Hello all, I'm Dr. Shailesh Ghodke and today I'm going to talk on effects of pesticides on water. With the advent of science and technology, variety of pesticides have been developed in order to increase the agricultural production. These agricultural productions are primarily depend on these pesticides so that the utilization of insecticides, herbicides, fungicides will be possible for terminating the growth of variety of types of organisms onto the agricultural products. Out of these agricultural products, DDT, that is dieldrin and aldrin, are the most hazardous out of all the different types of pesticides which we practice into the agricultural business. They are hazardous because they are highly stable. They have very low vapor pressure and they have very low solubility in the water, but they have substantial solubility in oils and fats. Looking towards the adverse effect of this xylitol, they are having typical tendency to get agglomerated into the human cells. Now, when we see these particular dieldrin utilization, we find typically that they affect the calcium metabolism in the predatory birds, and this has resulted in the birds laying eggs which have very thin shells, and consequent reproductive failure is observed. As far as man is concerned, man stands at the top of the food chain in which he is involved in accumulation of these pesticides, wherein these pesticides are very, very harmful. Looking at the figure, what we can see is that if in a fresh water, the concentration of DDT is 0.0001 ppm, that is the lowest possible, that would reach into the plankton to agglomerate into the plankton to 0.05 ppm. Then from plankton, which is the food of fresh fish, water fish, it reaches about 2 ppm in the flesh of the freshwater fish. And then when these particular fish are being eaten by different birds, the concentration can increase up to 5 times, reaching 10 ppm. Making a survey of these DDT level in different countries, India is having the concentration of 6 ppm. This is a typical value which was found out in the year 2015, and the other values are depicted into the table. Moving further, the limiting standards of these pesticides in drinking water are tabulated here. What we see is that the maximum permissible limit of variety of particular things would be required to know by each common man. Here we observe that DDT reaches out to be 0.42 in the is permissible to in the drinking water. More than that, if it is there, then it is going to be troublesome to the mankind. So with this, I conclude that the presence of these synthetic organic compounds which are utilized as a form of pesticides should not be practiced, or if it is practiced, then the remediation methods, the controlled methods, or the wastewater or the water treatment methods are to be such strong that these particular uh, pesticides would be taken out from all kinds of water whatsoever wherein the dependence of living organisms on this water is observed. With this, I conclude my lecture. Thank you so much.